The most recent hotel I visited cleaned their rooms using robot vacs. I thought it was worth seeing what they left behind. We've already seen in past videos that commercial hotel cleaners leave loads of disgusting muck behind, and that high-end residential cleaners do a far better job. It's also been well established for the better part of a decade that Dyson cordless machines can clean just as well as mains power cleaners. This hotel floor was already visibly filthy despite the robot army, but it's the microscopic stuff you can't see that's actually harmful. I decided to start with the couch using the Dyson V16 in auto mode and the latest version of the excellent hair screw tool. I've had this machine for about a year, and you can see the bin, tools and filter were spotlessly clean from the start. Couch cleaning properly is something a robot vac can't currently do, although this part of the full truth isn't really advertised and people happily don't notice. The hair screw tool's sole plate tilts and automatically keeps a suction seal with the surface, which is essential for good performance. The front rubber strip doesn't get caught on the forward pass because it's designed slightly higher than the front edge. If it does, then you're using it wrong and somehow haven't noticed you're pointing it downwards too much. It did an excellent job, of course, and extracted all the filth from the first half of the couch neglectfully left behind. This was ultra-fine powder that requires strong suction and good design to extract. So far, the filter hasn't accumulated much visible dust. Then I did the second half and finished the job. You can see the anti-tangle hair screw tool was clean afterwards. There was a small amount of dust now visible on the filter. There was loads of fine dust now in the bin, showing how filthy the couch was. I dumped the bin so you could see the total amount of dirt extracted from just the couch, mostly thick fine powder. Then it was time to tackle the floors. I used auto mode again and had the head gates down. The carpet was a typical short pile carpet. Unfortunately, the method Dyson currently used to detect floor type was iffy in places, and it kept wrongly flipping between power modes at times. There's a reason for this no one has shown any serious understanding of in reviews that I'll cover in mine. This hotel room was larger than most, but comparably filthy as the last hotel I did a video on. You can already see huge amounts of ultrafine dust being collected and nicely automatically compacted in the bin. There are also loads of long hairs in there as well that the robot vacuums are just completely missing. People argue that robots are good under furniture, but this seems to have been where a lot of the crap was hiding, hair in particular. The superior stick vac format makes it very easy to get under low furniture. Then I did a load more floor space. By this stage, the bin was getting quite full of fine dust, fluff and balls of very long hair. I decided to demonstrate the physical piston compaction mechanism Dyson tout for this model. It did its job well and increased the density of the soft material in there, creating more free volume. I did a quick filter check and you can see that there's quite a bit of dust on there on half the filter, although the other half was mostly clear of visible dust. So I carried on and finished the rest of the floor. I even did some of the other furniture just to finish off. Despite all the balls of long hair in the bin, there wasn't a single strand on the brush bar. This really is the best design ever released to market for anti-hair wrapping and has fully solved the problem. Same for the hair screw tool. After an entire bin load of ultra-fine dust, the filter showed some dusting, but the machine was still performing as normal, illustrating that at this stage, it's mostly a cosmetic concern. This is in contrast to the naysaying and false suggestion that visible dust on the filter is automatically a big problem in weak reviews and videos of this product. The V15 also had loads of dust on its filter after the previous hotel room was vacuumed, although I didn't capture this on video. The bin was quite full, but still had loads of space left. I compacted it again, showing just how much more space you can get with this design. Emptying a full bin is extremely effective now with the new plunger design. Swiping a few times completely pushes out all the hair, crushed fluff and dust without needing to reach in or take the shroud off. And you'll notice there was also no dust cloud that only happens if you splash it all from height. Because of the improved evolution away from the first stage cyclone, the long hairs hadn't wrapped around the core inside the bin and were instead balled up, making it easy to eject. You can see what was extracted here. This level of disgusting filth was invisible to the naked eye for the most part, and that the robot vacuums left behind. It really shows how people are being suckered into thinking robots are good. You're being taught by businesses looking to exploit and profiteer at your expense, following a regressive economic model, that their products are good and you should buy them. Think again and get better technology from established names. Despite such a large area and thorough deep clean, I still had 35% of the battery capacity remaining for plenty more usage. This video shows the V16 does a far better job than robots, extracts huge amounts of the finest dust, and could easily be used in commercial settings for regular housekeeping. It coped really well in this extreme, real-world environment that had been neglected and was packed with far more dust than in a well-kept environment. My full review of this machine will come in a few months when social media has finished with their attempts to review it.